Welcome. Today we're on board the Sanlorenzo 44 Alloy. She's bold. She completely redefines what a 45-meter yacht has to offer. She's full of surprises and I can't wait to show you. This is Pandion Pearl. Pandion Pearl is 44.5 meters in length with a 9-meter beam. She's fully built out of aluminium and delivered in 2021. She accommodates up to 12 guests in 5 cabins, but the real showstopper is the master suite, which spreads across 3 levels and has its own terrace with an alfresco pool. Add to that an expansive beach club, multiple decks for outdoor living and one of the best toy collections you'll find on any yacht in this size, so she truly raises the bar. With her striking and bold exterior lines, this yacht is a true lady waiting for an admirer of beautiful Italian yacht design. So let's start the walkthrough right here at this beautiful aft section. I mean, this Sanlorenzo 44 Alloy is all about design. It's all about beautiful Italian yacht design. Look at this expansive aft area, beautiful sun lounging where you can sit down, enjoy the sun, or be also covered under this roof. Here you have a little lounge, and of course what I also like is that this flow of the lines go down to reveal the mooring equipment with the 2 heavy cleats and the winches, which obviously when they're nicely polished as they are really shiny and give a lot of detail, a lot of glare from the sun, also with the other chrome detailing. So I think that's a very polished area right here. And then you have the access on both sides to the beach club also, which when it's opened, we're gonna see later, is a very nice feature that you're so connected to the water when you're at anchor. This is I think a really nice setup, and because that's a bit higher as on other yachts, you're also a little bit more protected when sitting at the dock. Then you have your design features, side panels and cabinets here, and going in you have obviously an automatic sliding door, and you're greeted by this beautiful stone top bar with 3 bar stools. And then coming inside, you have on your port side the access to the beach club, where we're gonna go later, so stay with me. It's really worth watching the whole video because this yacht has so many surprises and cool features. So this is the bar, of course, equipped with all the drinks and fridges and everything you need to serve a nice cocktail. My favorite one is obviously the Moscow Mule, so I see they're fully equipped for that. And then going a little bit forward, you have these 2 semi-L-shaped sofas that nicely wrap around this dark blue table, which is also lacquered. You have a little bit of decor table, you have some cupboards on each side. You have on both sides sliding doors, so you can really let in a fresh breeze and feel the fresh air. And then you have a feature panel that have this 3-dimensional wave patterns that wrapping around the TV here. I think it's a very bold interior design that also accentuates the whole like bold and iconic approach of this yacht, in my opinion. And of course, you know, if you don't like the sofas, if you don't like certain things, you could rearrange that. That's no problem. I think if you see the exterior lines, this is really what you need to fall in love with. Although this interior design I think is very well done. And then obviously here would be a door to the galley, basically, so the pantry, so the crew could also serve through this door. Because they also put some additional cold storage behind this door, this actually remained closed in this setup right here. And now, what to say more about the saloon? I mean, it's beautifully lit. We're in the port now, of course. Obviously when you're at anchor you have a lot more light coming in. Here we have a sliding door coming through the main kind of staircase, where you also have the sliding door access on the starboard side. And then look at those backlit steps going up to the upper deck level and going down to the guest level. But I want to take you forward to the master cabin. Here's some storage. Then you have obviously some more storage and technical areas here. And then you have this beautiful day head. And I mean, look at the decoration inside here. And I really like the green stone. It reminds me of a cool kind of Amsterdam, you know, Northern European chic restaurant. And I mean, now we're entering one of the most iconic master cabins I've ever seen on a yacht of this size. I mean, this is really the pièce de résistance, as we would say, because when you enter, you have this huge atrium and you enter on the mid-level, and then you have this beautiful window that lets lots of natural light. You have this chair that lets you relax, and then the entrance splits in 2 more levels. So basically you have your owner's kind of penthouse on 3 different levels. Now follow me down to the level of the master cabin where the bedroom is located with the signature floating staircase. I think that's really one of the signature looks of Sanlorenzo, doing these floating staircases. You feel that here you have a lot of space, yet there's a lot of attention to the detail that meets the eye on this design. There's so many nice surfaces, like this kind of grey textured beech wood feeling that goes well with this pastel green feature panels on the ceiling. Also, what you notice is that it's a pretty good ceiling height, and 1.88 meters, as I'm always mentioning, and you can see this is way over 2 meters, so that's pretty well done. Here you have your cosmetic table for the ladies, and then you have a little window peeking into the shower if you're into that, and obviously you can close it off with jalousie if you want some more privacy while taking a shower. And then we have some cabinets, some storage, sliding door here, and then you have a beautiful toilet basically with lots of natural light coming in, glass door. And then when you enter here, you are greeted by a sophisticated and highly detailed structural design. So all these cupboards, they're not actually open, but it's made with these lamps behind, so that you can easily access them, open them. So there's lots of storage behind each of those. Actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels. There is lots of storage, more storage here, and then underneath you also have these drawers coming out, and the shower is huge. Look at this. I mean, you could fit easily 4 people in here. So if you have kids, you know, that's also nice. They can take a shower together and also enjoy the view in the bay. When we're with my family, they're always after a long day of swimming, and you know, they get a bit cold, so we always push them into the shower and say, okay, take a hot shower, and then they're basically warmed up again. So I would love that. And I mean, look at this, the curved panels here with this, it's actually a metal printed with some kind of a snakeskin detailing on it, and then that goes well together with the, let's say, bronze lacquer here with some like slight metallic effect. I think, yeah, somebody had a great attention to detail. Well, let's continue actually with the upper level of this 3-level penthouse master suite. So again, here some backlit stairs, which is beautiful, and then obviously you have your gym up here, and also those big windows reveal one beautiful feature, that you actually have your private terrace with your very own jacuzzi. I mean, this is just super beautiful. I mean, wow, I'm impressed. And then you have the techno gym back here, where it's a very intuitive, you know, you can choose your weights, you can do all your fitness workouts and your yoga sessions, whatever you're into. I think that's a very good space. Lots of light coming in. Or you could have a nice little office or reading lounge or whatever you want to do with that. And also you can close it off here with a curtain, so that makes a lot of sense. And then let's check that out going forward. So coming out from the gym area, where I forgot to mention that all the blinds are electric, of course, and the sound system, everything is really sophisticated. You end up here on your private owner's terrace. You have a shower, you have this beautiful jacuzzi. I mean, look at the detailing of this mosaic. It's like, wow, it's like a poetry, you know, and it's glimmering in the sun, and it's an easy entry. It's surrounded by lots of sunbathing, and I mean, look at this little sofa set up here. I mean, this is beautiful, and also it's a bit protected from the fresh breeze. Absolutely lovely. And then if you continue to the front, let me show you. One very important detail is that you have a lot of privacy. So we're actually here on the front, and then if you look up towards the wheelhouse, you actually notice how high and secluded the wheelhouse is. So that means you have a lot of privacy. So the captain and the crew, being up there, they cannot see into the jacuzzi, and that's very important because you want to have your private space. You want to have, you want to be able to relax. Now, come here. I'll show you something. There is a button for lights, as I said. So you see down there, that switches on and off the RGB light, so you can light it up in different colors. And this button here, right here, creates the bubbles. You see? There we go. I would love some champagne with that. Bubbles in the glass, bubbles in the pool, right? So, good sound system and lots of detailing, shower. Of course, all these poles, there can be, all these holes, there can be like a shade nicely set up, and there's lots of room here in the front, and then there's actually a technical area for the anchorage, which we're going to show you a bit later on when we talk more about the technicalities of this beauty. So let's continue actually with the upper deck. So to go to the upper deck, we are here in the central staircase, walking up through this beautifully bottom-lit stairs, and we arrive on the top of the main staircase, directly opposed by this day head. So we have two day heads, one on the main deck, one on the upper deck, and then towards the front we have the stairs to the bridge, which we're going to show you later. And then here, look at this, it's opening up to the upper deck saloon. Back here you have lots of storage behind this bronze paneling. Well, it's a bit more gold actually, and then all your cutlery and glassware, everything stored away nicely. Big floor-to-ceiling windows, very large table that you can do some interior dining if it's too fresh outside or too breezy. Then you have this feature panel that's actually integrating some lights. And then behind here, actually, let me show you, there is a beautiful design door that resembles kind of the sea, the reflection and the sky, that opens up to the pantry, to the upper deck pantry, where you have everything that needs to serve the upper deck saloon. You have an ice maker, lots of storage, nice little pantry. So yeah, everything is sought after with some magnets, and then of course the crew staircase, so you can have invisible crew. But let's leave those guys in peace. Close this door nicely, and then let's go out to through to the sliding doors, and then we arrive on this large upper aft deck, which is nicely covered, so you can really have your main dining area here, and it actually sits perfectly 10 guests, as you can see. And then you have that carpet that nicely frames this sofa, and here you see the detailing of the carbon poles that you can also have on the front deck, with the tents providing ample shadow. It's really nice, a piece of design that blends very well with the chrome detailing of the railing. So I think this is a beautiful setup. And also you can go on both sides basically to the front where there is the wheelhouse. But before we do that, let's go actually up to the sky deck. So going up here, well, what to say? I mean, look how beautiful the sun deck is. I mean, so much space. Here you have all the cushions out. This is really where you can soak up the sun and enjoy yourself, reading a nice magazine, having a drink. That's a really good area. And then just turning over, you oversee the sea. You feel the wood here of the stable and solid railing. So I think that's a very good area. And then you could have your bar table here and a little nice conversation if you want to be a bit more upright. And then that blends into this upper dining setup. Your crew call button, you have your ice baskets where you can put the drinks, the champagne, the beer, everything. Nice bar. It's really huge actually, it's large, it's very, very huge. Of course, you could do something more straight if you're not into the organic lines, but of course the curve blends nicely with the table. You really need to understand that this area up here is actually like a plane, right? So it's really, the whole teak goes through, so you can actually mount whatever you want to mount and rearrange that if you don't really like that, because, you know, everybody likes something else, so no problem. That wouldn't be too much of an effort. And then you step up and you have the next kind of sunbathing pad, and that's where you also feel the volume of 486 gross tonnage. It really is massive for 45 meters. I mean, I'm flabbergasted with how well it's designed. And I mean, look at the drone shots. There's beautiful exterior lines. I think they've done a great job. Yeah, and then you have your glass panels protecting you a bit from the breeze. You have and come here and let's look down at the front deck, where you basically see the jacuzzi, and you only see it from here, right? From the wheelhouse, we're going to show you, you don't see the jacuzzi, so you really have your privacy. But I mean, also the color, I mean, it's so beautiful. I'm impressed, as you can tell. And look at the searchlight, guys. I mean, this is a proper searchlight, right? I mean, you don't want to look into this when it glares at you. I mean, that's a proper, look, come here, look at the lens. I mean, this is some proper searchlight stuff. And then you also have the FLIR night vision camera on top. You have the sat domes, of course. You have Starlink as well. And look at the mast. I mean, this is a proper mast on a solid yacht. That impresses everybody. Now guys, follow me through to the lower deck, which we're accessing through this beautiful backlit staircase. I mean, look at the mosaic detailing also around here. Obviously, you have a lot of space down here in the corridor, and that's your kind of standard 5-cabin layout with the 4 guest cabin down here. You have a little bit of technical room and storage back here in this cabinet. And then going into the forward guest cabins, those are the smaller ones, but they do have a Pullman, which we're going to see in the other cabin, actually pull down. Storage, mirrors, smoke mirror actually with the TV behind of it. Beautiful door, lots of ceiling height, detailing which resembles a bit of a world map or the sun with its corona, and beautiful detail actually. So, and then entering the bathroom, the ensuite bathroom, you see, like, wow, this is so much design, right? I mean, this marble with the black and white contrasting color scheme and the bronze drawers. I mean, this is a statement. This is really, it's, you know, it's called Pandion pearl. So I think it's beautiful and sleek outside, and inside it reveals a pearl-like design that feels precious. I think that was the inspiration of the owner and the designer when actually drawing up those concepts. So let's go inside of one of the VIP guest cabins. You have huge portholes letting in lots of natural light. You have the repetition of this color scheme and the beautiful little makeup tables. I think that's a really nice niche right there. The detailing with the bronze bedside tables coming in here. You have those sliding doors that are really nice. We're going to show you in the other cabin again the marble. So I think it's quite a big VIP suite, as we can say. Now let's check out the other features that I was advertising. So first we have the Pullman. That's how it looks when it's pulled down. So that's why you can sleep 12 guests in 5 cabins, right? The bathroom, I think we've already seen. So now let me actually show you this sliding door, which I want to show you here. And that's how it works. So basically, it's even if you pull one, you can actually close it with one, and then you have a beautifully shut sliding door. So I think that's also a very nice feature. Well, what else to say? I mean, it is a beautiful lower deck, and let's check out the rest of the yacht. Guys, now let's check out the captain's bridge. This is the workstation where the magic happens. You have the panels, you have lots of storage and server racks behind here. That's where all the AV equipment, services, cupboards. This is the navigators and the Navtex and VHF station here. Then obviously you have a little chart table, drawers to store away things, VHF, the command station here for the captain. You have obviously 2 side doors and your MTU commands that are powering the 16 cylinders each. Then engine displays, Naiad dynamics stabilizers at anchor, of course. Then you have the Aptrack side thrusters, the bow thruster, and well, you've got a pretty good ECDIS setup. The screens are very well visible. You've got 5 of them, good overview, and what I promised you, look out. If the camera comes here to this central position and also from the side, you can barely see the top of the shower. So none of the crew can actually see down to the private owner's terrace where you have the jacuzzi. So that means lots of privacy, which is important, because when you're enjoying the jacuzzi, you don't want to be seen by the crew. Well, I mean, it's spacious, it does its job, and you have a navigation observing station with this table. Switchboards are accessible, and yeah, I think that's a pretty solid thing, you know. So here you got some more storage underneath the floor. Always can't have enough storage. And then let's go out to the side deck by swiveling open this door. Nice quality mechanism. Then behind me is the wing station, and then if you follow me through, we have here also the access to the front deck sides, so that if needed you can go here and access this. And also you have a pretty nice bar top. Still you can't see down, you just see the top of the jacuzzi railing, and I think that's a pretty nice little spot for a captain's talk with a cup of coffee, or taking an anchor beer. Once they anchored, you can enjoy that here and have yourself updated on the weather report by your captain. So yeah, I think that's pretty nice. And look at the carbon detailing of the windscreen wipers. I mean, that is some pretty fancy stuff. And then coming around here, you can actually access the through the side deck, obviously the upper deck aft. Safety equipment, everything nicely stowed, the Explorer kind of windshield. So I think that's pretty good helm station. What do you say? Let's check out more of the boat. Let's go. Hello guys, I'm just coming basically from the main deck day head, so that's where on the port side you find this door that goes then basically into the crew areas and galley. So here you have a corridor that leads down to the crew mess. Here you have your pantry, lots of storage, you have a wine cooler behind me, and then basically through here we go into the galley. And you have obviously your Zanussi, cold storage, and lots of professional equipment. And look at this grill here at the teppanyaki grill. Also you have gastronomical grade appliances, and that looks very nice. Chef is preparing something that always is beautiful. some daylight coming in, you have some storage obviously, so I think it's a bit of a tight space, but I think it works pretty well because it's well organized, and I've seen smaller galleys on bigger boats, so that doesn't really worry me. I think the chef can confirm, so no problem for you working here, right?
No, it's perfect for one chef. Absolutely great.
And what are you preparing?
So we're just going to do a little burrata dish with some fresh cherry tomatoes and olives, and a little tomato tapenade.
Oh, nice.
And some crispy onions.
Maybe I can come back later and try some of that good looking stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm always hungry. I'm a food lover.
Perfect. Yeah, in a few minutes.
Thank you so much.
Problem.
Coming down this corridor, basically you enter the crew mess. I think it's well set up. You have your sink, fridges, you have your monitoring systems, you have your big sofa, you have daylight coming in, lots of storage cupboards. It's kept in a light colored tone, and obviously you also have some storage behind this door in the floor, in the bilges. And then this is the captain's cabin. Let me show it to you so you see a bit the color scheme, obviously with its ensuite bathroom and shower cabinet, and then you have even a little working desk, and then behind here you have 4 more crew cabins actually, and the corridor. And you see, if we're walking by here, you have one of the double bunks, so you can have a total of 9 crew on this yacht. You have some more cold storage around here, and then this way actually goes up to the laundry. So coming up the crew corridor stairs, we're here in the laundry. We have 2 washer and 2 dryers. We have some more cold storage space, and it's pretty well equipped. And then we go further to the midsection, and then we have here on the port side the emergency tender garage, also hosting a jet ski. And this door basically opens up hydraulically, and with this crane you can put the emergency tender and the jet ski into the water, so the crew can operate this. Looks actually pretty cool when this door opens up. And then going through this watertight bulkhead, you see the structure of the yacht in this anchor deck, in the mooring deck, where you have your big winches, the anchor winches, the cleats to put on the mooring lines. Look how tough and big this material is. And we're just basically underneath the front deck, where the camera is the jacuzzi. You have your diving equipment, storage, your workbenches. So I think this is a pretty well equipped mooring deck. So let's go back inside and also talk about some other things on this yacht. So let's check out the chef. Wow, look at this, what he prepared.
Welcome back.
That's really nice. Can I try actually?
Yeah, of course.
Oh wow, amazing. Guys, look. I mean, this is wow, it's pretty heavy. What like, that's solid plate,
yeah,
huh?
Solid.
Wow. And that's a burrata on top of a...
So you got burrata, confit tomato, olive, a little bit of chili, and some dill.
Wow. Pretty good. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Wow, this is really tasty. I mean, honestly, guys, this is also a big reason why the super yacht experience is such a nice one on board, because you can really have your favorite foods. You can be surprised by new creation, by very talented chefs, and wow, this is amazing. It's really like, it's eating like the Italian lifestyle. Well done. Thank you so much. Really nice. Thank you. You see, takes so little, and I'm happy. High five.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much. Take care.
Cheers. So guys, I'm coming down the aft stairs to this beach club. As you can see right now, we're in the marina, in the ports, but still the crew managed to open up the aft platform. But I want to not take you on the cruise anymore. I want to show you the footage from yesterday. Let it speak for itself.
Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like whoa, whoa, like whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like whoa, whoa, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like whoa.
I mean, come on guys, this is just amazing. I mean, the two fold-out balconies, the aft platform, look at this. Even here in the port, I mean, it's so nice, and the space it provides, fully open up, is more than 100 square meters. And of course, you have your place for a 6.5 meter tender. You have all your toys stored here. You have your C-bobs with charging capabilities. You have lots of storage, nice ceiling height. You have your bar. And here's the stairs where you have two doors, one from the outside and one from the inside actually of the saloon. You can also go down to the beach club, obviously. So, I mean, look how huge it is. I mean, this is just amazing. And also you access the engine room through this part here. So you go over the water bulkhead. Here you have the night dynamics, the hydraulic unit that is controlled by the huge electric motor, as you can see. Then on both sides we have 118 kilowatt generators. They're just around, one is like 4,500 hours, the other is just above 5,000 hours. Then you have the MTU 16 cylinders, M69, each with 1,900 horsepower. They're just shy of 1,900 hours. So yeah, that's where the big guys are. And then the water maker is in the build. It has a capacity of 600 liters per hour on a medium setting. You can probably push it for a little bit more. And then the rest is a pretty well laid out engine room with all your panels back here. You have your decentralized chiller system, and everything else I think is, yeah, pretty well engineered down here. So if you want to have more specs, let me know in the comments. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, visit our page and then you can get the full specification with every details, all the systems on it, if you're really interested. Hey guys, we're at the end of the video, and for me the biggest selling point of this Sanlorenzo 44 alloy is its striking exterior design. I mean, even in the port you stand out from the crowd of white yachts. I mean, look at the beautiful design, at the exterior styling. Look at those drone shots when the water is absolutely flat and we're going around the boat. I mean, it's just so beautiful. How can you not fall in love with this line and this design? I mean, come on, this is really on a 45 meter footprint. This is what you want to get if you're into Italian yacht design. And then you got the full package. You got the second key point is basically the beach club with the sides balconies, the aft platform. I mean, you can put a 6.8 meter tender in there. You have so much space. It's 100 square meters in size if all is opened. And then of course the interior with the triple master cabin. Let's call it the tri-deck penthouse, right? I mean, this is amazing. I've never seen that on a 45 meter in that category, right? So, and then you have this space here with the jacuzzi up front. All this together is such a nice package that I really think she is something special. Without further ado, I want to say goodbye and thank you for watching the video. If you like it, please put some comments down below, subscribe, hit the bell button, because it really helps us create more content like this, and see you on the next one. We speak yachting, let's talk.